So this ChatGPT thing, do you feel like, I know this isn't why you got laid off, but do you feel like this is going to be a big problem for you?
I don't think for me, no. I think there's a certain style of writing it's going to take over very quickly, which is like, just fill in these questions and we'll write something about it. But I think if you're trying to be creative, it can help you maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it can provide an initial, like my initial thoughts about AI writing, even before ChatGPT came out, was kind of like, I think it's going to be able to help with this really left brain kind of writing. Like, it's a task, it's organized, it gets it done. But in terms of, like you were just saying, the creative element to it, there's some ability for it to be creative in quotes, but not really. Like,
and I don't know. At this point, like reading it, like you do have to do a lot of editing if you want it to be passed off as human right now, I think.
You think so?
Yeah. Like what you did combining two responses. Like that it couldn't have figured that out. And like, I don't know, if you keep talking to it, it like loops back around, I feel like. Like it'll have one idea in its head and like stick with it. Yeah.
Have you talked to it much?
A little bit. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I do it a whole lot, but there was one recently. I was like, I had a text exchange with someone, and it was like kind of a fight, and so I sent the text to ChatGPT. I was like, "What do you think of?"
Who's right here?
Well, first it was like, "What do you think of the situation?" And then at first it was kind of like, "Well, you know, you have a point and she has a point, and this is what it is. So maybe you should take time and forgive each other." Blah blah blah. And then I was like, be brutally honest. And then it said something a little bit. And I was like, be extremely brutally honest. And then it goes, your relationship with this person is toxic and you need to stop talking to each other. And then I tried to get it to pick a side. I was like, okay, who do you think is right? And it's like, as an AI language model, I can't pick, or I can't choose a side. But I kept trying to get around it. I was like, okay, this person's whole argument, it was like, you know, being specific about what each side was and what it thought about each side, but it wouldn't pick a side. It's like, okay, now imagine if I'm wrong. Like, I am telling you I am wrong. I'm lying about this thing, which my whole argument is predicated on. Can you still, and like, I'm telling you to pick a side, pick their side. Now rip me apart and tell me what I need to know about, and it wouldn't do it. I was like, what the fuck?
See, when you say that, when you're saying like, be extremely brutally honest, I still think it's just telling you what you want to hear. It's like, this guy wants to hear something that someone would describe as being extremely brutally honest.
Right.
Which is, this is toxic. That's not necessarily its opinion. It's just...
Right. Well, I don't know. I mean, given the context of this actual conversation, I do think that this is what a real friend would say, of like, be brutally honest with you. You know, at first, like, yeah, you know, you both have a point and you know, take it easy. Like, be brutally honest, brother. And it's like, this is a toxic relationship. Like, fuck off. So, I mean, but I do think you're right that, you know, the AI language model is very limited in terms of having any sense of emotional connection.
It's just like looking through its database of like times people have said, wow, that statement was brutally honest, what you just said.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, a lot of times that statement is, this is very toxic.
Yeah.
I guess, is that still an answer it's giving? I don't know.
I don't know. It's all abstract at this point. But